how we going? Yes, Craig is back. I've been off for a few days. How are you, Clips? Going all right? Thought I'd try a different time. See who's around. Yeah, a bit earlier. Nah, I've had a lot of things going on. I'm still on holidays from my day job type things, so not back till next week. So I thought I would try some different things, and I've been, just pretty busy, mate. How you been going, all right? $9:54 in the morning. Yes, it is. It is. Like everyone, mate, still got quite a few things to get done over the next few days, so we'll see how many times I can get on live, but that's good, mate. That's very good. Glad things have been going well. I was thinking different. I think in the mornings, Melbourne time, it's like evening in the States, so might be awesome, mate. 62, beautiful. Takes a while. I mean, I've even found recently, like some of my subs, I got up to 407 and back down to 404. So I think there's a few bots out there as well. That they keep on clearing bits and pieces. Hello, everyone, for jumping on. It is a different time. Craig has decided to go live. I hope you are all well. You are all very appreciated for being here, hanging out, saying hi. If you have not seen me before, I'm a very positive thinking individual. I'm an individual that has had lots of interesting experiences over my life's journey. And basically my live sessions are about passing on that information, or at least expressing who I am, so that if you like things I talk about and you like some of the techniques and things that I use in my life to change things for the better for myself, you can take those things or not take those things. But I'm very much an individual that believes that you take what you like from every situation, you throw away what you don't like. You err on being a glass half full individual. So, because I believe what you're putting out there is helping to create the reflection of your life itself. So why would you put out negative ideas and thoughts and comments, because you're only going to get that reflection back in your own life. Thank you, Clips. Yeah, there's a few people hopping on here and there, different time of the day. But yeah, so if you like the things I talk about, everyone, feel free to sub, because when I go on live, you get to see the authentic me, you get to ask questions, you get to get differences of opinions, but it is about, for me, it's about expressing how we can all make a difference in our own lives and actually be involved in transforming things that are going on through positive attitudes, right? So, look, when it comes to who we are and how I put myself out there, I'm a big believer in being the most authentic self you can be. I'm not a religious person at all. I see myself as a spiritual individual, someone that believes in living life to the fullest in the best way they possibly can. When you be your authentic self, when you listen to your heart, when you follow the path and do things that you really enjoy doing, you find that your creations and your manifestations actually happen in that space. So, have you ever heard of people saying, oh, look, I'd love to not work in my life. I'd love to do things that I really enjoy in my life. Well, when you do a job that you really enjoy, it's like not working a day in your life. Is my Bugatti. Dr. Product. Oh, very nice. Don't own a Bugatti, my friend. I'm from Melbourne, Australia as well, for anyone that is wondering where the accent is from, or if they are not from down under. That is where I'm hailing from, been here my whole life. But yeah, being your authentic self, something I talk about a lot on my lives. And on my YouTube channel about different aspects to life. I believe what you put out is what you get back. So when you project, or when you go after the things that you're passionate about in life, you actually lift your vibration. When you lift your vibration with life, basically you attract other people that also have higher vibrational attitudes. Go Boots, how you going, mate? Or Bucks, however you want to say it. How you going? Welcome aboard. I think go Bucks, yeah. No problem, mate. So you want to attract higher vibrational people, are more positive, they're more driven, they're more, want to have the best things happen to their lives, right? I mean, like I just mentioned, Doctor, I'm not a religious person, but I'm a very positive person that believes that I create what goes on in my life, and I have the understanding of creating my own reality through different things that I've experienced through my time. And because I believe I create what I put out, and I manifest through thinking positively and speaking positively, then I want to go after the things. Hulani, how you going? I appreciate you very much. I believe that we should be connecting with our true selves. Me too, Go. Me too. Love all the Marvel stuff. So connecting with the things that make you feel the best you can feel, right? That's the key. That's the basic key to lifting your vibration. And having a life where you transform it into never working a day in your life, doing things that bring you great joy. Like I love public speaking, right? Unfortunately, Dr. Product, and I'll mention this once because I don't, I'll speak to people that are religious, and there's quite a few people that are religious that listen to me chatting. But there's a few aspects to religion that are very controlling. And that's where a lot of people fall off that path of sticking with a constructed belief system like religion. Because when someone says to me, if you don't believe in this and you don't give yourself to this, then you're going to hell, that's a real fear-based opinion, and it doesn't sit. It seems a little bit murky, doesn't it? Maybe my camera is a bit more dirty than what I would hope for. We'll roll with that. I think that's a little bit better. Thanks, Leto. So look, I'm going to get back on track with what I'm chatting about. The authentic self. So doing the things, I believe, in life, you want to do the things that make you feel the best you can feel, right? Because I don't think all the other opinions about life, a lot of them are very much, you believe you're following something because of your faith or what other people have taught you, and et cetera, et cetera. I'm very much someone that wants to know factually if I can change things, if I have the ability to improve things. Do I have an aspect of control with what's going on in my own life? And I say to everyone out there, yes, you do. No problem, Dr. Product, that's fine. Again, your opinion's your opinion, my opinion's my opinion. So, I'll leave it at that for the time being. If you are feeling better, right? If you are feeling clearer and higher vibrational and just switched on to enjoying the things to the highest level you can in your life, you will attract people that are into the same things. So let's use an example. So if you were someone that was into a particular hobby, right, and you just got a lot of joy out of it, maybe it was jewelry making. Let's use jewelry making as an example. And so you go, look, I'm working every day. I'm very much in, doing my daily job, but then I'm not really, I'm not really enjoying what I do for a daily job, but I really love the jewelry making aspect. It gives me a lot of joy. So you decide, okay, I'm going to add this into my daily life. I'm going to start doing some jewelry making, but I can't do it any other time but on a Saturday morning with the local lapidary club, and I'm going to join a local little jewelry making club. And so you do. And on that Saturday morning for a few hours when you've got time, you're there and you're learning techniques about silversmithing and cutting stones and different things like that. And you just get a lot of joy out of that. But then the actual other thing that you're doing is you're putting yourself in a situation where you're around other people that are like-minded. Those like-minded people have the same passion about an area of life that you do. So you're suddenly connecting with people that love jewelry making, etc., as much as you do. So what that can then do is that because you've attracted or you've made an action to do something that you love doing to that high level, you basically create opportunities for yourself, because you don't know if one of those people suddenly says, look, I've got my own little shop and I really need someone to help me out and I need extra help, I'm growing, etc., etc. Basically, the next thing you know, you're getting a job opportunity in an area of passion of yours, in an area of joy, something that, and you think to yourself, wow, if I did this every day, Joe really thinks I'm great and I could work full time for him. If I did this every day, I'll feel like I'm never working a day in my life. So creating your own reality can be making a decision to go in a direction that just brings you more joy, just lifts your vibration, just transforms your life for the better. All right. I'm very strong on the fact that what we put out is what we get back, because you notice it every day. You actually prove it to yourself every day that you create your own reality. I mean, anyone that has decided they want to achieve a goal, they want to hit a sales target, they want to get a PB in running, anyone that has achieved things like that and taken themselves from this point to this next point has proven to themselves, without even knowing it, that you create your own reality. Because if you couldn't change anything, you couldn't create your own reality. And in turn, it also proves that this world we live in is very changeable. Like, we're changing as individuals every single day. Like, how do I know that? Well, look at yourself in the mirror. We are getting older every day. Our bodies deteriorate, which is a form of change on a constant molecular level. Look, do I believe people can live forever? Yeah, like if you transform your beliefs, but for the physical form, I don't think it's necessary. I think what we do here in this life is we learn lessons and we get a perception of what it's like to be a human, and we experience things to those points in this life, and we just enjoy our lives and expand on how we see ourselves from many different facets. Life is expansion. Life is, learning. Yeah. 100% wisdom. And should I say good morning to you, wisdom from Melbourne, Australia? I don't know if I've said it today, mate. I am going live at a different time of the day. But you're 100% right. I mean, positive breeds positive. If you want to transform your life for the better, it's the place to start. 100% the place to start. And if you lift your vibration to a point where your joy in your life is so high, where your passion for what you're doing is so high, no one can control you, because the only way you can be controlled is if you come down and you allow someone to control you. You give them your power. You say, you take over the wheel, I'll just go along for the ride and you do all the steering. I'm very much a believer of we should all be steering our own vehicles. We should all be in control of what's going on. Life is for us as individuals, not ego, but us for individuals to take control of the wheel of our own vehicle. We came into this world in our vehicle, the human body, and we're experiencing this life in our human body, and we will leave in it. It's our vehicle. Take control of it, not through ego, through the fact that you need to be in control of it. Don't let other people manipulate you as they see fit through their beliefs and their opinions. I mean, It's what happens all the time out there in the world, where we get programmed constantly with other people's opinions and beliefs. I mean, look at the internet as the example. You know, it's the ultimate example. You know, women look at the internet and say, I have to look a certain way to be accepted into the world. That's the biggest fallacy I've ever heard in my life. It's unacceptable, right? You have to accept yourself 100% as you are now. You're perfect as you are right now. You've already got the golden ticket. I say that a lot, right? You've already got the golden ticket to life. As far as I'm concerned, you live forever. You're experiencing this life to get the most out of the experience and grow and expand as a being, as a spark of love and light of existence, which we're all a part of. And it's not a religious concept. It's actually just an understanding of how life is. All that is, we're a part of it. We're a part of it. We're vibration, we're consciousness, we're existence. We can transform things when we believe and we allow our programming and our beliefs to clear a lot of the limitations that people put upon us. We need to open ourselves up and basically let go of limiting programmings that have been put upon us, or negative programmings. I mean, when we were kids, we came into this world, we're perfect little beings, right? Everyone says it, Oh, look at the baby's perfect. Yes, we come in perfect, we're a clean little computer, and then all of a sudden everyone's beliefs start being put upon that baby. Baby needs to do this, baby needs to do that. You need to watch out for this. You need to protect it of that. And then before you know it, we're an adolescent with, lots of different ideas that have come from our parents, neighbors, teachers, carers, whoever it might be. Their comments and suggestions become programmed upon us because we're open and we're just like sponges. We accept what's been said because we don't know any different. Because we're in a realm of, oh, well, they must know what's best. As we develop, we get the opportunity to understand how we see ourselves. And, basically transforming yourself for the better is about taking an opportunity and taking time on a regular basis to reflect upon who you are. I'm not about accepting that we don't have a say in what's going on. If I sit down for 5-10 minutes and meditate or have a quiet time to myself during a day, I'm reflecting on how my day's gone, how am I going, who am I, have I acted good, am I feeling good? You can have situations where you act quite badly, where a situation will happen in front of you and the instant response isn't positive. That's an opportunity. That's an opportunity to have a look at yourself and say, why did I react like that? What do I believe that makes me come out with a comment like that or a reaction like that to that situation? Situations will always happen. Instances will always be created in our lives. The key is to actually eventually being in conscious control of how you react. How you react to every situation is your choice. You can react to situations however you feel. I know that emotions can take control of an individual and we can speak emotionally at times, and that can be the way that we allow ourselves to not feel like we're in total control of every situation, but you have control of every situation. Yeah, that's right. You can allow yourself to say whatever, or you can take control of the way you think and how you speak and project a much more positive expression of a situation that maybe it doesn't dictate a really positive session or a really positive comment, but you can choose to be glass half full. You can choose to help change that situation Dr. Product, I'm just tuning in here, mate. I'm certainly not a religious person. I understand religious teachings, but I am someone that is not for that title. Titles breed a lot of hatred towards one another, and I think we all are a part of the same, right? Religions are a control mechanism. They control the masses so that that mass group will, basically believe what they're told to believe through the direction of, the group. And not one religious group is correct, and I'm not going to say one religious group is wrong. I'm going to say that we should all be under the banner of one understanding, a spiritual existence. We should live more spiritually as individuals, but that includes actions. Basically people sit there and they go, oh, you take all my sins from me, and I'll just forgive that individual has died for my sins, so I can act however I want and just go, you take all the bad stuff. That's not even sensible, right? Your actions are you. Living an authentic life is what we should be trying to do. Live like the spiritual leaders. Live like they lived. Live your life to the best of your ability. It's about trusting that every single person is a perfect being that will live forever. There is nothing you need to do to enter a house or an afterlife. You're already there. You're a part of the all that is. That's not what it's about. It's about how you live your life. Are you living from the heart? Are you being the best version of yourself you can be? Are you living it? I can't say that any more strongly. And most religious people that I've met, some are very nice, they just believe it and they go about their business and they live their life however. But they have this offshoot of, oh yeah, but I'm with this particular group. That's just palming off, right? That's just palming off. And the God aspect of religion it's very one-sided, it's very masculine. It's the all that is, where everything's connected. Trees, the water, the earth, the males, the females, the different races on the planet. We're all the same, right? We're all the same. So just live life in the best way. Treat people the way you want to be treated, and I don't think you're going to go wrong. I don't think your life will be bad. I think your life will be awesome. And that's just, I have no fear of death myself. I know that we go on. I've proven that to myself. I haven't sat there and just said, oh, I hope we do. I've proven it to myself. Now, they're things that, you either... That's right. You basically, if you can prove things to yourself in life. You can prove that what you put out comes back. You create your own reality. You can manifest things. That proves that we're living in some type of simulation. Now, I believe that we've created this world, this existence, to step into, to experience ourselves from many different aspects. We're more than this world. We're part of everything. We do go on forever. You have to basically just get out there and try and look at these different things and experience them and prove certain aspects to yourself. Sorry, everyone. Look, I think people in general just need to take a step back and take ownership. Hey, Jade, how you going? Take ownership of their own lives, right? That's it, right? Individual situations, Dr. Product, are not to be concerned about. If you're worrying about issues outside yourself on a big picture, then, you're not focused where you should be. It's internal. Forget about what may or may not happen out there. If your internal self, if your heart is true, if it's clear and you haven't got baggage and you treat people well, then your expanded world out here for you will be also that. Your world out here is a reflection of what's in here. So if things aren't going good out there, it's often because we're not really centered in who we are, and we're not really trusting in who we are, right? We have to fully accept who we are and understand ourselves in this world that we're in to the best of our ability, right? It's taking a step back from your life and analysing your own life. Are you doing the best you can? Are you being the most authentic individual that you can be? Being the most authentic individual is not doing anything amazing. It's just knowing what you love to do. What is it you personally have always loved? If you are not doing those things, you are wasting your life. Get out there and do the things that bring you the most joy. Get out there and have fun. Get out there and meet people that are into the same stuff as you, because your vibration will go to this level. Now, you want to know the secret to life, everyone? When you are at a high level, when you are enjoying yourself at an excitement level, and you feel, that's what high vibration is. It's excitement, it's joy, it's fun. You want to lift your vibe, do things that bring lots of joy into your life, lots of fun. When you are at a high vibrational level, the connection between your heart and your head is clearer. It's more open. I believe fully that the answers to life, the universe, and everything are held within ourselves for ourselves. You chose to come here to live this life. You chose, not a God, you. You're a part of the all that is. You chose to come here, so the answer to why you chose to live Craig's life, bang, or Joe's life, or Harry's life, the reason that you're living the life is you've got that locked away inside of you. When you lift your vibration, that information can travel into the conscious mind. Meditation has been around for millennia. It's the quieting of the mind, right? When you are quiet, you can hear better. When you're in the quickening or the pace of the world that goes on out there, it's just noise. Like they say, white noise, right? All you hear is this noise. You can't actually hear yourself. The answers to life are not out there. They're not in another room, in another group's building. They're not. The true house for you is here. That's the house. Your individual house is you. You have the answers for you to make you feel the most connected in your life you can feel. I absolutely believe in the afterlife. You live forever. You exist forever. You've already got the golden ticket. The afterlife is there. It is who we are, right? This is almost a playground that we set up, an existence. The worlds that we live in are actually like simulations. They're like, funnily enough, like a bit of a matrix, but in the sense that we have created these matrices, this world that we live in, to experience ourselves from different perspectives, to understand who we are from greater positional differences. We want to know who we are as omnipotent beings that go on forever. We always live in the now. The now is what exists. The now is the only thing that we know. We don't know the past, because the past yesterday was the now yesterday, and the future is the now tomorrow. But all we ever know is the now. The now is the one thing that exists for all of us all the time. So you have to believe in yourself now. You have to allow yourself to understand that we're not moving, we're changing all the time, which is the understanding of the movement. No, we're the intelligent source. Every single being in this universe that we live in, we're all a part of the same vibration and energy and understanding. We're not lesser than. We've been programmed to believe that we are, but we're not. We're more than that. What gives anyone the right to say that there's someone better than you? There's someone up here better than you. We're all connected. We're all equals. We're all existence. We're all made from the same stuff, you know? Who created those vibrations? That's a very good question. I've seen myself outside my physical body and looked at it and felt how unbelievable it feels. Yet, when did it all start? Good question. Don't know the answer to that, but I think there's many other understandings and belief patterns and systems that can't tell you that. I mean, I think there's a lot of understanding that we will connect with when we leave this physical body and we cross back over to where we're originally from, or back into the form of who we truly are. You know, I just know that we go on, right? But I also know when you listen to your heart, and someone is saying something to you that says, if you don't do this, bad things will happen to you. My intuition goes off like a rocket. If you were to say to me, you better do this or else you're going to hell, I know that what you just said to me is total bullshit as far as I'm concerned, because it's a creation. It's a creation. Everything that exists around us is in this world is a creation for what we want in our lives, what we believe to be there. You know, there's three ways to look at life, everyone, as far as I'm concerned. And please, again, with everything I say, everyone, take what you like, chuck it where you don't like. But from what I believe, you're an atheist, you believe nothing. You believe that once you die, you disperse and you don't think anymore. And I don't believe that consciousness disappears. You believe in some entity that's more than you, and they've made everything happen in this world, and they've set it all up, and you're just a puppet in their show. That's giving your power away to that higher being, and I don't agree with that either. That doesn't sit with me. Why would we have conscious thought like we do and be a puppet for someone else? Because that's what it is. Or you believe the other side, which is you create your own reality. You are connected with the all that is, that you made the decision to live this life. You are equal with everyone else. Yes, there are different beings, I believe. No? There are different people that are at different levels of learning, things that they understand, or maybe they understand more in a particular area than other because they've existed. Maybe they've just, they're focused on that particular area, whatever it might be. Dr. Product, it's what I understand to be. It's how I see it. So it's one individual making my decision on how I see it. And if someone is controlling me, whether it's God or another person, then I'm their puppet. That's my terminology. Maybe that's an Aussie terminology, but you know, where you're being controlled to a point where what's the point in doing anything if someone else has already laid it all out and they're doing it? What's the point in living like that? It makes no logical sense. Why would you live a life where it's already designed by a higher being for them, for their purposes? And if you don't act in a certain way, you're not getting access into the afterworld. That's bloody ridiculous. And it's controlling to the max. It's like, there's no point in living like that from my perspective. I'm saying that passionately because I believe that passionately. Yet, you know, I believe 100% that each individual in this world, whether conscious or unconscious, creates what they do. That's it, right? Now, you can believe that or not believe that. And if people like how I talk, they can hang out. Or you can move along, right? Because I'm not here to make someone believe what I believe. That's what I believe. Right? And no amount of conversation from anyone else will transform what I believe, because I've already proven all of these things to myself. So I will learn more things throughout my life and I will experience more things, but there are certain things that I already understand to be true, and I accept other people for believing in what they believe. But if you're trying to tell other people to believe in something that is quite controlling, and the way that it's being put across is that, well, I can't agree with that. Everything that happens in life is an experience, good, bad, and ugly. If you live forever, what about the individuals that have 6 months? They have 6 months of life and then they pass as a baby. Is that the only life they get? Makes no sense, not logical. If you lived forever and you lived a life for 6 months as a baby, and then that helped the parents understand what it was like to go through losing a child, then that makes sense to me. You're part of the whole. You're part of the movie and the experience of many. You know, we are part of existence. We do things together as spiritual groups, as people that, as you have soul families, you have groups of us that I believe make decisions in the back at home, and we all make decisions on how these lives are going to play out because of things that we want to experience, and that's what we do, right? Yeah, there can be people that do bad things, there can be people that do good things. Well, I understand religion, and I've gone from religion to how I think now. So I won't be going back to religion because I see that as more limitation. But if an individual feels comfortable in that space with what you believe, more power to you. Your life is your life. You will go through your life living and experiencing and believing what you believe and experience. That's your choice. I have no dramas with that, right? I'm not out here talking my truth to make people believe what I believe. I'm just talking my truth. If you like the odd thing that I say and it helps you fill a gap in something else that you have in your life, take it, use it, believe it, no problem. I got no drama with that. Well, see, that's your belief again, right? That's your belief in God. You think that's what there is, right? Not here to change that. This is my YouTube channel expressing myself, you know. And that's just what I'm doing, is talking about how I see life. And how I see life is really simple. Your actions speak louder than your words. A lot of religious groups speak a lot with very little action. They don't live it. Get out there and live it. But you don't force things on someone else. If a person thinks forcing anything on another person, including their beliefs, right, it's wrong. You can express your beliefs. That's life. You can express them. But if you try to force them on other people, why are you trying to force it? You have to ask yourself that question. Do you really believe in it? Do you need more people to come on board to make a person believe even more? I don't need anyone to come on board with how I see life for me to believe in what I believe. I believe it. But I'm not here to transform the way people see their lives. I'm here being the best version of myself I can be. And when you take ownership of your life in that way, you empower yourself to then have a say and be able to change the things that you might want to improve and change. You get the ability to transform your life consciously, right? Your actions are everything. If you are trying to be the best version of yourself without controlling and manipulating others, then kudos to all. But when you are trying to, in any way, shape or form, to control any other individual outside yourself, it's a sign that you don't feel in control of yourself, right? Connection is everything. Most lives and people's lives go wrong when they feel disconnected from life, when they don't feel that they have any say. Every single person out there has a say in their own life. And I choose to express that on my page, in my life. And, you know, a person, if things are going wrong or things are going bad, you can transform your life for the better. Believe in who you are. Step into the quiet moments of your life. Take time to step out of the fast-moving daily and meditate. Try meditation. Breathing. Just relaxing and breathing for 5 minutes in a quiet room, taking the time to actually center yourself. Be the person that you're meant to be. There's no title upon that, right? Wisdom, no title. Just be the person you're meant to be. You don't worry about followers. There's no such thing as followers. We're all individuals. We're all family. That's who we are. We're bloody family. Every single one of us. And some of us believe this, and some of us believe that, and some of us, are struggling here, and some of us have been really terrible. But that's the role that we're playing. We just need to take ownership of who we are. You want the world to change for the better? Every single individual should take ownership of who they are. Who are you? Who do you want to be? But until you accept yourself as a perfect person, where you are right now is where you want to be, right? You've created, from my perspective, you've created your own reality to where you are in the now today, listening to myself. You have brought yourself here. Accept who you are in all your gloriousness, warts and all, right? You don't have to deal with things from 20 years ago that you did something that, hey, I was a bit angry then and, I punched some guy in the mouth because he said this or whatever, and I was young and I didn't know any different. You don't have to deal with that. You have to accept that you did the best you can in that situation with what you believed, right? You need to take yourself, in the now and be the person and accept the person that you are right now. When you accept yourself 100% as you are now, then you have empowered yourself to change yourself into the person that you truly imagine yourself maybe being, right? So living a life of passion, living your life of joy, living your life of excitement. Because if you're not going after the things that make you feel the best in life that you can feel, you're not living your life fully. Your passion is there to lead you down the path of excitement and joy to help you understand that you can create an unbelievable life for yourself. Everyone's the same. Everyone just does different jobs, mate. We're all into things or doing things that we're happy with, right? But this is the thing, a lot of people don't look at it like that. A lot of people, will look at life and go, oh, I'm just a janitor. I just clean, right? I can't be that important. You're as important as every other person, as important as the President of the United States, right? That position. But these are positions where, individuals take them and they're not supposed to be treating them with ego. They're not supposed to be overseeing and dictating to the world. They're supposed to be the voice for the people in the political sense, but they're not, right? The power ends up corrupting them, and that just happens across the board. And that's the blight on the world, I suppose, at the moment when it comes to where's the balance of energy here, because they're not really a spokesperson for what the people want. They only speak for the people at the election, and then the rest of the time they do whatever they want, because we don't vote on every single decision they make. And we really don't know, like, you can say you know all their policies, but you really don't. They just make things up after the fact anyway. They've got 4 years of power, or they're a dictator in another country where it's military operated, and they're the dictator for 20 bloody years doing whatever they bloody want. It's not how, we've given our power away to that as well. We gave our power away to a group of elected officials that are not looking after everyone with the best interests. That's the unfortunate thing about where the world is right now. And I don't know what the answer is. That's a huge situation, but that's, it's a whole nother ball game. But it does come down, the only person that we can actually, in my opinion, that we can truly change is ourselves, right? We can't keep looking outside ourselves and worrying about what's going on out there. We want to look internal. We want to take the time to go, am I happy with who I am? Am I doing everything that I've always wanted to do? See, I reflect on myself on a daily basis, just for a couple of minutes, and I'll go, everything going good? How's the day gone? What have we done today? You know, and I'll ask myself these questions to actually see if, you know, I'm going after those things that I want to go after. It's a reminder. You don't achieve things by setting something for 20 years and not having all those little goals along the way. It's like anything, right? In your spiritual self, in who you are, you also have to set targets. You have to, you know, to transform yourself for the better and bring into your life more of the things that you want to be doing and having, you know, believing in you, but knowing who you are, so you believe in the best you can imagine. And when you achieve those things, you're just proving that you create what you're doing, because you can't, if you didn't create your own reality, you wouldn't be able to transform anything. You wouldn't be able to improve things. You wouldn't be able to achieve goals. We do create what goes on. You know, I believe that 100% of the things that go on, we're involved in creating those. Now, a lot of people will have trouble believing they create the bad things, but necessarily some bad things that happen to us can lead us to unbelievable positive things. And so when you look back on those things that weren't necessarily positive at the time, but when you look back 5 years before, sometimes you'll look back and you'll go, if that didn't happen to me, I wouldn't have ended up here. And here is really where I want to be. So that situation that at the time seemed a bit negative or a bit low vibrational actually turned into something that was necessary to create something really positive. You know, life energy is up and down, yin and yang. It's, you know, all that stuff. Dr. Product, I wish you all the best, my friend. I just refuse. Like, I know there's books, I know there's Islam, all that stuff. There's lots of books out there, but we need to take the titles away. That's the problem, you know. Well, again, that is your opinion, my friend. I am a believer in a broader understanding than that. You know, believe in yourself. People create what their lives can be. You can improve yourself. All right, so no problem, mate. You can improve yourself without any drama in the world through taking control of how you think and what you say. Your actions mean everything. Your actions mean everything, you know. Like I say before, mate, there's everyone out there, it's like, believe what you believe. But if you're expressing your belief in a way that is trying to make other people believe in what you believe, then you're trying to control them. And my number one rule is take what you like and throw out what you don't like. I don't mind if you don't agree with me. I'm here expressing my truth. Craigsworldrocks. You create your own reality. Your life's awesome. You're awesome. Live your life to the greatest it can be. Right? Treat people with the greatest respect. Treat people with the greatest love that you can give, like everyone's family. We all come into this world as humans, regardless of race, sex, whatever. We're all perfect. We're all from the same place. Why do so many groups hate each other? It just doesn't make any sense to me. Love each other unconditionally. We're family, every single one of us. The world needs to stop being so angry and so childish about how they treat each other. We're all flesh and blood. We're all living on this planet. It's a beautiful planet, right? Be your most positive self. I don't care if you want to put titles on things. I don't care if you want to put religion as the head honcho, but honestly, I believe that people will, you know, transform past that. There's more to it than what an individual religion says there is. Life is existence. We are part of the all that is. We are part of vibration and love and consciousness. We are all these things wrapped into one. We don't deteriorate. Yes, in this world, our physical bodies do, but we're more than the physical body. We are our energy. We are our consciousness behind it. It goes on. You know, that's life. Well, I don't believe that, like religion doesn't really give you the power to transform a lot of things. The power is given to the head. Yeah, but most religions don't live like that, or they don't direct it like that. They want you to give yourself to them. Mini Jim, how you going, mate? I'm always held hostage to my own thoughts and ideas. No, I'm not a sheep. I'll never be a sheep. No. You can run around with your shepherd if you like, but I choose to be the empowered individual that we actually are. Whether you realise that in this lifetime or you realise that once you cross back over to who you are, it doesn't matter, right? Because we're all learning at our own levels of understanding. We're all going through existence here to experience things that we need to experience. And I'm not here to tell you if I want to understand this or I want to understand that. Everyone is going through their lives from an individual point of view. Well, that's been around since the dawn of time with religion, Dr. Prophet. I don't know, mate. I mean, that's what I've heard through many, sitting in many chapels as a young person, that if you don't give your, belief and your life to Jesus, then you'll burn in hell. And I've heard that in many different religious situations. And that just sets the whole concept from the wrong objective. It's just wrong. Right, and maybe they're not saying that as much now, but it's doctrinated in so many different, Christian religions. That's why so many people have moved away from the religious title these days. So many around the world are just believing in themselves and understand that, we're a part of that. Jesus was a different person to what religion makes him out to. All right, Jesus was a connected individual who lived a life of trying to show others how they could live and how they could be, but he was turned into a martyr. Right, that's what I believe. M3W, he quite well could have been. I think a lot of the spiritual masters have been put on pedestals as martyrs to help certain religions control the masses with, you need to give your power to them. They live their life to show you who you could be, right? To me, that's who they were. Unfortunately, they've been created into another, and I'm sure they were pretty disappointed in what happened, but that's right. Pure manipulation. We need to let go of all of that as individuals. My only thought is that we need to, one person at a time needs to have a really good look at themselves. At the end of the day, if you can't let go of a certain belief, at least be listening to what's in your heart and treating people the way you'd like to be treated, right? That's it. Yeah. You just want to take away all the confusion and come right back down to the core. Treat everyone the way you'd like to be treated. Treat them with love and positivity. I often say many things like, when someone comes to the door, delivers a package to your home, thank you so much. I really appreciate you for taking up to the front door. Thank you so much. I hope you have an awesome day. And when you make that little bit extra emphasis, it's amazing how the other person goes, oh no, thank you, appreciate you too. And they suddenly feel like They've got to respond like that. It opens them up, it lifts them up. What you put out is what you get back. And you're helping lift everyone's vibration. And if any individual says lifting your vibration is a bad thing, feeling more happy and positive about your life is a bad thing, then they're certainly not really connected with much going on at the moment. You need to take the time to say, hey, at the end of the day, who am I and how do I want my life to be and how do I want people to treat me? Well, whatever that is, however you want people to treat you, start treating others like that, because it'll start happening back at you directly. It's a little thing that you can do for yourself to prove that to yourself at that basic understanding. But life is for us to understand that we're in more control than what we're being told we are, right? The masters on this planet, as such, wanted to tell us that we are in control. We are a part of the all that is. We are God, Goddess, all that is. We are the all that is. They're connected with themselves. We're a part of it. We're perfect. We've been programmed with lots of these negative, limited beliefs as we've grown up, but we're perfect. What do they say when a baby comes into the world? Look at that perfect little baby. It's perfect. Everyone gets around it. Oh, it's glowing. It's perfect. And then we all start messing with it because we have no idea what we're doing. That's what happens. We're perfect when we come here. We are perfect. Get back to that. Understand that you, all of you are perfect. All of you are awesome. All of you need to embrace you. Don't give your power away there. Bring it in here. Bring it in here. Big hug for yourself. You're doing okay, everyone. You're doing okay. It's not a selfish thing to feel self-worth and self-love. It's not a selfish thing. It's a good thing. You've got to pat yourself on the back a bit more regularly. Are you not doing the best job you possibly can for your family, your friends, everyone in your life? Are you not making the best effort you can? You try your best. There's no finish line. No, I have not. There's no finish line. There's just you and understanding that if the person that you are came into this world by yourself, you're experiencing this life, you'll leave by yourself. The most important person in this world has to be you. It's not about changing everyone out there to be the people that you want them to be. It's about being the shining light that you are and changing you to be into that unique individual that you are and showing others that they can do that for themselves too. But you don't have to manipulate or control anyone to do that. You just have to take ownership of yourself. You are unbelievable. Believe in you. The power that has been taken away by other ideas, you bring that to you and see what happens. Believe in you. Look, my friend, it's not about Islam, it's not about Christianity, it's not about any of them. The answer is you. Take your power back from your thoughts that something's more than you and start to believe that you are the center of your world. That's the true power. It's love. But you only can connect with that through honesty and integrity and being the best version of yourself that you can. You can't be anyone that's out to control or anything else out there if you're working from your heart. If you're thinking other things than love, then you're working from another part of yourself. No, not at all, mate. I probably have, I've had a lot of, I've had mentors over my journey. You could say they're metaphysical, right? But it's believing in life. It's believing in the spirituality of life and the science of life. You prove things to yourself. You can prove things about life to yourself. And I'm just a very open-minded positive individual. I love talking about life, the universe, and everything. I've got no drama talking about it for as long as I feel like it, right? But, you know, it's honestly that it is the number one question in life, right? Who are we? Where do we come from? What's it all about? Because no one can really categorically say that this is it, that's it, whatever. Just believe in yourself, man. If you can't believe in yourself, that's when things get tough, right? Because that's when you feel disconnected. Don't live for other people, live for you. But in a self-love way, self-worth, you know, you appreciate who you are, appreciate where you are. Look, a lot of people give their power away saying that something else has got me to where I am. I choose not to believe that, and I know in my heart of hearts that sits with me really well, right? I've had those thoughts. I've thought about things from a very young age. So whatever lifetimes I've lived before add up to who I am now, and yeah. It's understanding that you can make a difference in your life. You can feel connected. Understand that the answers are within. Take time to be quiet and chilled and balanced. Take time to be happy with who you are, right? Be your unique self to the fullest, right? Well, then there's some good stuff written in Islam, and there's some good stuff written in the Bible as well. But I'm not a religious man. I speak from my heart. So, yeah, maybe there's a lot of good things in Islam. Maybe there's a lot of good things about that. But if the points of where you're giving your power away to someone higher, that's where it's not right. I know that. Because Islam believes in, I don't know Islam that well. So the higher God, what's the God called with Islam? They call God something, Dr. Product. I've found God, Goddess, all it is. And he's the same for everyone. He's not Islam. He's not Christianity. He's not any of them. He's all of them. No, it's not. It's not. It's not Islam. What I'm saying is believe in yourself. You're a part of the all that is. You're a part of everything. You're a part of the trees. You ever hugged a tree, Dr. Product? Hug a tree, mate. Feel the energy of the tree. We're a part of it, right? Energy is everywhere. We are all made up of existence, creation of energy. We go on forever. We transform into what we want to transform into. When we finish this life, we move on, we live another life, right? But there's no figurehead. There's no one you're going to, speak to at the end of it all and go, did I do good enough? You'll be judging yourself. That's just what I believe. So, yes. Look, for all my friends and so on that have listened today and had a good, we've had a good little session. It was a different time of day for me to jump on. Please always remember to take what you like, throw out what you don't like. If you do like how I talk and you think there's a few little tidbits that you can take from time to time, don't forget to subscribe and put on notifications. And, when I jump on live, then you can jump on. But always remember to treat everyone with respect. It's all right, Dr. Product. You can, but no dramas. I appreciate you, as I do everyone. Always remember to treat everyone in the way you want to be treated. All right? And love is within all of us to share and to improve our lives to the best of our ability. So I thank you all. You have a great day. You have a great night wherever you are around the world. And we'll catch up with you on the next one. All right? Take care, everyone. See you soon.